Up, welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, I'm Kier. Fortunately, there's no Jason for a little bit in some of our recordings, but I'm back to review a new film that is now only playing in theaters, and that film is called The Menu. And I say, without further ado, I say, let's get right into it. So, actually, I saw this movie, believe it or not, actually with Jason. We saw it with a group for his brother's, kind of like a brother's birthday celebration, if you will. So we actually saw this last weekend in theaters, and The Menu is basically a film about. It stars Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult, and has some other stars as well. But basically, they are invited to, let's say, a really exclusive, basically, restaurant that's located on this like remote island that you can only get there by, basically, you may have to fly somewhere and then take another boat someplace else in order to get to this island, where this top world renowned chef basically prepares like this huge 6 course meal. His name is Chef Slowick, who's played by Ralph Fiennes, and he basically, makes these amazing, extravagant dishes, basically for really elite, upper class individuals. It's like $1,250 a plate, so it's not something that just everybody can go eat at, because I know me, I'm not paying $1,200 a plate to eat anything. So it's really, really fancy, toity food or whatever. And so there's a bunch of other couples that are invited, or people that are invited to this island. I think there's like 12 people total, and then they basically show up. It's like a very strange staff. Apparently, there's actually have been some people that have been to these events before that did show up, but they have like John Leguizamo was his first time going as a character. He was like a big time movie star. There's some other characters that had been there before, and they basically are just serving up these dishes. But there's something really weird about this island, about the people, about the chefs, about the staff. I think it tells something's going on. And as the film progresses, things get more and more terrifying and horrifying. People start doing certain things. He talks to people in a certain kind of way. And basically, it's a film that's kind of a metaphor about the elite, I guess, upper class, and how they have the opportunity to go to these fancy, exquisite restaurants and pay $1,200 a pop for these foods and things of this nature. Whereas, everyday, average people aren't able to do that. As I said, Anya Taylor-Joy is basically kind of the star of the film. And so her character was actually invited by Nicholas Holt's character, but she wasn't the original guest. And so she learns quite quickly that they had specifically chosen, the 12 or so individuals for a specific reason, which you later find out in the movie, like why these people were chosen. But she wasn't on the list, which causes a rift with like the chef's staff, basically. So it's a horror film. Definitely has a lot of twists and turns. By the end of it, to me, it made sense. There's some other people that I know that I went to the movie with on Saturday who said that it didn't make sense, but to me, it definitely made sense. I definitely understood the metaphor that they were going for here. And like I said, about the eliteness and things of this nature. It is a horror film. There definitely will be some violence, I guess, if you will, that you'll see. I just don't want to go into specifics about the types of violence, because obviously you should see the movie and find out kind of what it's all about, and then make your own determinations about whether or not you understood what was going on, or whether you enjoyed that aspect of it. Me personally, I did like it. I didn't love the film. It's probably not a film that I'm necessarily going to revisit, I guess, if you will. But I definitely did like a lot of the elements. I like what it was trying to do. Just unfortunately, I've seen other films that have touched on similar subject matter with like elitists and things of this nature, and I felt like they just did it a little bit better. Um, a colleague, and might have been Jason as well, might have said something of this nature, that it kind of was more like a watered down version of like the Purge in some kind of way. And I could see some elements of that, and I could see some elements of some other films where they do things to elite people. The Hunt was kind of another one that I really, really enjoyed, that came out a couple of years ago, where they drop a bunch of elite people like on this island, and people are trying to kill them and that kind of stuff. So this one's kind of sort of in that same vein, just a little bit different. It's more centered around food and elite people eating like these very high end foods and things of this nature. So, like I said, take it for what you will. Giving this one a grade, I'm giving this one a 3 out of 5 stars. So that's just a smile. with no teeth. But like I said, I did enjoy it. It's just not the kind of film that I would personally revisit. There just wasn't enough meat on the bones, if you will, for me to want to go ahead and watch this. And I've also seen other films that I like better about cooking and things of this nature. Because unfortunately, if there's any gripe about this film, the food that they're served, there was only maybe one plate that I actually saw that looked actually halfway decent that I would even eat. Versus I've seen other films about chefs and things of this nature. That make high end foods. There's a movie Chef actually that I like quite a bit, where I don't even eat grilled cheese sandwiches, but he makes a grilled cheese sandwich in that film. You're like, that looks delicious. Most of the food in this film I didn't see and go, oh my goodness, I would love to taste some of that. It just didn't look that great to me overall. But not a bad film. But let me know down in the comments. Have you seen the menu? Did you like it? Did you not like it? As always, if you like this channel, we ask, or our content, we ask that you like, subscribe, follow. Make sure you hit those bell notifications, and we'll be back again soon with some more shows for you. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.